1. What if I told you that a subtle change in your sense of smell, or a barely noticeable tremor, might be the earliest whisper of Parkinson's disease, a silent intruder that begins its work long before you even realize it? Did you know that Michael J. Fox, famous for his roles in Family Ties and the Back to the Future, was diagnosed as early as at age 29? He has become a prominent advocate for Parkinson's research. I'm here today to share with you a knowledge of early signs of this complex neurological condition, one that affects millions of people around the world, not only Americans, yet often hides behind what many consider mere signs of aging. In my dozens of hours exploring the latest scientific discoveries, I have learned that Parkinson's often starts with minute changes that can be very easily overlooked, like the soft murmur of a breeze before a distant storm. So I truly invite you to listen closely, as these early signals can be as delicate as a fluttering heartbeat, yet as consequential as a tidal wave. Imagine your body as a finely tuned instrument, where every note matters. Even the faintest discord may signal the need for attention. Over the next few minutes, we will delve into these subtle clues, from slight tremors and changes in handwriting to alterations in facial expressions and balance, and discover how recognizing them early can empower you to take charge of your health. One of the earliest signs of Parkinson's disease is a slight tremor in one hand, often so subtle that it may be mistaken for the normal jitteriness of stress or a fleeting moment of fatigue. I've come to learn that this tremor, usually starting in a single limb, can gradually evolve into a more persistent rhythm that tells a deeper story of neurological change. Many of us dismiss this as an unimportant quiver, yet it is the body's gentle way of hinting at an underlying shift. I recall the words of James Parkinson, the man who first described this condition in his seminal essay, who observed that these tremors are the faint echoes of a greater dissonance within our motor system. It is as if your hand is trying to communicate in a language you are not yet fluent in, a language composed of subtle vibrations and imperceptible shifts. Recognizing this early symptom can prompt you to seek further evaluation, potentially leading to early interventions that could make a significant difference in your quality of life over the long haul. If you really care about your health and appreciate my efforts to provide you with helpful knowledge, click the subscribe button now, so you won't miss any videos that I regularly publish on this channel. Beyond the tremors, another early hallmark of Parkinson's disease is a subtle yet insidious slowing of movement, known in medical terms as bradykinesia. You might notice that your usual morning routine takes a bit longer, or that your facial expressions have lost some of their natural spark, giving you what some might call a masked face. It is as if your body's internal clock is gradually decelerating, causing even routine tasks to become a more deliberate, measured affair. I like to compare it to a classic American car that, after years of smooth performance, starts hesitating at each gear shift, a sign that the engine of life is no longer running at full throttle. This slowing is not simply about the passage of time. It is a profound alteration in the way your brain sends signals to your muscles. In everyday conversations, you might not even realize that you are speaking more softly or with less animation until someone points it out. This quiet transformation is the body's early attempt at signaling that something more serious may be brewing beneath the surface. Equally important are the non-motor symptoms that often precede the more recognizable physical changes in Parkinson's disease. One of the most startling is a reduced sense of smell, or hyposmia, which may occur years before any motor symptoms appear. The easiest way to check it is by walking into your favorite bakery and finding if the rich, enticing aroma of freshly baked bread is now muted, as if the vibrant colors of a sunset have dulled overnight. Research indicates that up to 80% of those who later develop Parkinson's notice this change in their olfactory abilities early on. Early detection and awareness empower us to reclaim control over our health. This loss of smell is not merely a nuisance. It is a red flag that demands our attention. It tells a hidden story of neurological change, one that often goes unnoticed until the more dramatic symptoms begin to emerge. As you pay closer attention to the signals your body sends, you might also notice subtle alterations in your voice and speech. Early in the progression of Parkinson's, many individuals experience a softening of their voice, a monotone delivery, or difficulty in articulating words with the usual clarity and precision. It can feel as if your once vibrant vocal instrument is gradually losing its dynamic range, becoming flatter and less expressive. In everyday conversation, this change might be mistaken for a momentary lapse in energy or simply the effects of aging. Yet, this alteration is one of the early whispers of Parkinson's, as the disease begins to affect the finely tuned networks that control speech and expression. Simply ask those who know you well if they notice any changes in your pronunciation, because it is very difficult to catch these changes by yourself. Recognizing these changes early on may encourage you to seek a professional evaluation, allowing you to address the underlying issues before they become more pronounced and disruptive to your daily life. Another early indicator that may go unnoticed is a change in your posture and gait. You may observe that you begin to lean forward slightly, as if you are constantly bracing yourself for an unseen push. This subtle stooping, if combined with a reduction in the natural swing of your arms while walking, is an alarming signal that the coordination between your brain and muscles is beginning to falter. These changes are not dramatic at first, but over time, they may become more evident, impacting your balance and overall mobility. This loss of fluid movement is a critical early sign that deserves attention, as it can lead to a higher risk of falls and other complications if left unchecked. In the context of Parkinson's, even these seemingly minor shifts in posture can herald more significant challenges ahead, urging you to take proactive steps toward early diagnosis and intervention. In addition to the physical signs, early Parkinson's often casts a shadow over your emotional and cognitive well-being. It is not uncommon to experience subtle mood shifts, such as mild depression, anxiety, or even a sense of apathy that seems out of character. These changes may be dismissed as typical responses to life's inevitable stresses, yet they can be early markers of the disease's impact on the brain's chemistry. I have heard countless stories from individuals who later learned that these mood fluctuations were not merely part of the ups and downs of daily life, but early cries for help from a brain under siege. Studies also suggest that these emotional symptoms can appear several years before any motor difficulties are evident. It reminds me of the wise words of Oliver Sacks, who once observed that the mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled, underscoring the delicate balance between emotion and neurological health. Paying attention to these early changes is essential, as they may be the first subtle clues that a more comprehensive evaluation is needed. Beyond mood and movement, Parkinson's disease can manifest in early autonomic symptoms that often escape immediate notice. Many individuals report experiencing constipation, difficulty swallowing, or even unexplained changes in their sleep patterns, such as vivid dreams or disturbances in REM sleep. These symptoms, while seemingly unrelated to motor control, are significant indicators that the intricate communication networks within your body are being affected. Your body is like a complex, well-orchestrated symphony where every instrument must play in harmony. When one section falls out of tune, the entire performance is disrupted. These autonomic signs are like the subtle, off-key notes in that symphony, often appearing long before the more obvious physical symptoms. Such changes are a reminder that Parkinson's is not just a movement disorder, but a multifaceted condition that impacts many aspects of your overall health. Recognizing and addressing these early indicators can be the first step toward effective management and treatment of the disease, offering hope and a chance to preserve your quality of life. Another subtle yet critical sign of early Parkinson's is a change in the natural rhythm of your facial expressions and blinking. You might notice that your face seems less animated, as if a veil has been drawn over your natural expressiveness, giving you what is often described as a mask-like appearance. This reduction in automatic, spontaneous movements is not a sign of disinterest or sadness, but rather a reflection of the underlying changes in the brain's motor control centers. Think of it as a once vibrant canvas gradually losing its brushstrokes, where every expression is muted by an unseen force. Such changes can be particularly distressing because they affect the very way you interact with the world, altering the nonverbal cues that form the fabric of personal connection. It is crucial to recognize that these early signs are not merely cosmetic. They are part of a larger pattern that can alert you to the onset of Parkinson's disease. Understanding these signals allows for earlier intervention, which may help in preserving not only your physical health, but also the rich emotional tapestry that defines your interactions with others. Recognizing these early signs of Parkinson's disease is more than a matter of scientific curiosity. It is a call to action for early intervention and proactive healthcare. In my own exploration of the latest research, I have come to appreciate that early detection can pave the way for treatments that slow the progression of the disease and improve quality of life. It is here that the wisdom of those who have faced Parkinson's comes to light. Dr. M.J. Fox, a beacon of hope and resilience, once stated, "I have Parkinson's, but Parkinson's does not have me." This powerful affirmation reminds us that while the early signs may be subtle, our awareness and willingness to act can change the course of our journey. By paying close attention to even the smallest changes in movement, mood, or bodily functions, we empower ourselves with the knowledge needed to seek help and make informed decisions about our health. Early intervention not only opens the door to better treatment options, but also offers hope, inspiring us to remain vigilant and proactive in the face of adversity. As I reflect on these early signs, from the faint tremors and slowed movements to the less obvious changes in mood, facial expression, and even digestive function, I am struck by the profound impact they can have on our lives. It is both astonishing and humbling to realize that Parkinson's disease often begins its work silently, gradually altering the intricate balance of our neurological orchestra long before we notice its full impact. The evidence is clear. Paying attention to these subtle cues is not just a precaution. It is a crucial step in taking control of our health. Research continues to reveal that early detection may lead to more effective treatment strategies, allowing us to manage the condition before it significantly disrupts our daily routines. This knowledge empowers us to advocate for our well-being, seek timely medical advice, and, most importantly, remain hopeful in the face of uncertainty. I urge you to listen carefully to your body and to consider any small changes as potential signals that deserve attention. In doing so, you take the first vital step toward maintaining your independence and quality of life for years to come. In closing, I want to thank you for joining me on this in-depth exploration of the earliest signs of Parkinson's disease, from the barely perceptible tremors to the nuanced shifts in mood and motor skills. Each symptom is a piece of a larger puzzle that, when recognized early, offers a window of opportunity for intervention. I encourage you to share this video with your loved ones, family members, or friends. Leave a comment with your thoughts or personal experiences, and hit the like button if you found this discussion enlightening. Let's build a community where we support one another by spreading awareness and knowledge about health and well-being at older age, so that together we can navigate this challenging journey with hope and determination. Please explore my other videos for more insights into health and wellness topics that matter. Remember, the path to better health begins with awareness and action. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon.